Okay, so you've probably heard of Osaka, right? Maybe buzzing Dotonbori or the famous Osaka Castle.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
But what if we told you there's this district kind of tucked away in the southeast, often missed, where history isn't just, in a museum?
Exactly. Where it's actually like living and breathing in the streets, the trees, even the hidden corners.
We're talking about Hirano. You could maybe call it undercover Osaka.
That's a good way to put it. It's definitely less about the big, flashy spectacle.
And more about peeling back the layers of time.
Precisely. Layer after layer.
So our mission for this deep dive is to take you through some of Hirano's really surprising historical stories.
And unlock its most fascinating, often unseen historical spots. We're using the source material you gave us to, well, bring it all to life.
Get ready for an adventure that's hopefully more than just facts. It's really a chance to connect with the past.
Okay, so where do we begin? Let's cast our minds way back, like 1,500 years ago.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, even before the Asuka period into the Kofun period, this was when powerful clan leaders were, laid to rest.
Right.
And right here in Hirano, specifically the Nagahara area, we find one of Kansai's biggest burial sites, the Nagahara Kofun group.
An underground kingdom, basically. So these mounds, our sources say over 50 of them, including those distinctive keyhole-shaped ones.
That's right, the Zenpokun Fun, like the Nishirishiko-fun, which is 70 meters long. Pretty impressive.
So what did they actually find inside? What makes them so special?
Well, the archaeological finds are just incredible. You've got these unique haniwa, those ancient clay figures, especially bird-shaped ones. They're so smooth, they almost look like they could fly right off.
Oh, cool.
And then there's like exquisite horse tack, sharp iron swords, beautiful curved beads called magatama.
Okay, and what does that tell us? The horse tack, for instance.
That points to really close ties with the Korean peninsula. A lot of exchange happening.
Interesting. And pottery, too, right? Hajiki and sueki. Our sources even mentioned fingerprints.
Yeah, imagine that. Actual fingerprints from the people who made them 1,500 years ago.
Mm.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
So who are these people?
This is where the Torajin come in. Skilled migrants, mainly from the Korean peninsula, Baekje and Silla, and also mainland China, the Wu region.
Okay. So they brought skills with them.
Definitely. Advanced stuff, ironworking, pottery techniques, really sophisticated water management, and even the beginnings of kanji characters and Buddhism.
So Nagahara was like a melting pot back then.
Absolutely. A real crucible of ancient East Asian cultures, all contributing to early Japan. It's literally under your feet there.
So if you're visiting Hirano today, how do you actually see this ancient history?
Well, one really unique way is to visit Nagahara Shrine. It's pretty quiet.
Okay.
And as you walk around, keep your eyes peeled for these large, rough, mossy stone blocks. They're kind of in unexpected places.
Like where?
Maybe by the roots of an old tree or near the water basin for washing hands. They're not just rocks.
What are they then?
They're remnants of the actual stone chambers, the Yokowana Shiki Sikishutsu, from inside the ancient Kofun.
No way. So you can actually touch a piece of the tomb.
Yeah, pretty much. Put your hand on that cool stone. You can almost imagine the builders, feel the history. It's powerful.
That's incredible. What else?
Okay, get this. Take a walk through the residential streets in Nagayoshi-Nagahara. It's really peaceful. And you'll start noticing these subtle little mounds. Kunmori, they're called. Could be a small hill in someone's garden covered in azaleas.
Just in their garden.
Yeah, or like a slightly raised grassy bit on a street corner. Or even next to swings in a park.
So these are probably...
Exactly. Undiscovered or maybe partially damaged Kofun, just blended right into modern life.
That's wild. So kids are playing near ancient burial mounds.
Totally. Kids play on them. People hang laundry nearby. It's this amazing coexistence. There's even a restored square mound, a hufun, in Nagahara Nishi Park with a sign inviting you to imagine the chieftain buried like 5 meters below with all their treasures. The underground kingdom is part of the neighborhood.
Okay, let's jump forward in time a bit. Late Heian period, around 1185.
Right. The Ginpei War is over. Things are settling down. A group of settlers comes looking for peace.
And they establish Hirano-go Hachimangu Shrine in the Kawachi Plain.
Exactly. Dedicated to Hachiman Daibosatsu, the warrior god. But it wasn't just for praying.
Oh.
It was also the meeting hall for the SOS, their sort of autonomous village council.
Got it. And then things get turbulent again in the Sengoku period, the age of warring states.
Yeah. And Hirano's wealthy merchants, the Kyushu Families like Suiyoshi and Hirano, they really step up.
The sources call them opportunists. Sounds like they played the game well.
They absolutely did. They had serious financial clout. They funded Oda Nobunaga's campaigns, supplied timber for Hideyoshi's Osaka castle. Big stuff.
Wow, so what did they get in return for bankrolling these powerful warlords?
The big prize, Rakuchi Rakuza privileges.
Yeah.
Basically free market rights. No heavy taxes, freedom to trade.
Ah, so that's what turned Hirano into a merchant hub.
Completely transformed it. And you can still see a symbol of this today.
What's that?
At the shrine, there's a simple stone torii. Well, we'll come back to that, Tori.
Right. But first, the shrine itself. You're saying don't just stop at the front.
Definitely not. Go behind the main shrine building. It's like stepping back in time.
And what's back there?
The shrine's true heart, I'd say. An enormous camphor tree, over 800 years old.
800 years.
Yeah, it's majestic. The trunk is massive, takes like 4 adults to link arms around it.
Wow.
And the bark looks almost like dragon scales, etched with centuries of stories. Look up, the branches are like claws, creating this thick green roof. Sunlight barely gets through.
Sounds incredible.
The roots twist over the ground like pythons. The sources suggest closing your eyes under it.
And try to hear history, like merchant caravans, samurai armor.
Or exactly. Or Edo prayers. And they say, touching the bark, it's cool and rough, gives you 1,000 years of wisdom and strength.
Is that the tree with the earthquake crack?
That's the one from the 1707 Genroku earthquake, apparently. Like a battle scar, a medal from when it protected the main hall. And there are little Jizo statues at its base, too. Kind of a double protection.
A truly living piece of history. Okay, back to that stone torii from 1585.
Right. Hideyoshi's stone torii, don't let its simplicity fool you. It's a national important cultural property.
5 meters tall, granite.
Yep. And it's a powerful symbol of that whole power for wealth exchange we talked about. You can see
Right.
the weathering, the moss, the age on the top beam.
And the sources say its deep base represents the unshakable deal.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine that day in 1585. Hideyoshi's guy reads the charter, the merchants are bowing low, heads to the ground.
The air thick with excitement, maybe.
Totally. Suppressed excitement, the smell of fresh earth. Touch that cold stone. Maybe you can feel a bit of that intensity, those merchants' heartbeats.
A tangible link again. Okay, moving to the mid-16th century. More war.
Uh-huh. Another volatile time. Hirano's rich now, so it's a target.
Makes sense. So how did they protect themselves?
The Sioux, the village council, mobilized everyone. Merchants, artisans, farmers. They dug a massive moat, a kango,
How massive?
over 5 meters wide, 3 meters deep, fed by a branch of the Yamato River. This wasn't just a ditch, it was their lifeline.
And they fortified it with spikes.
Yeah, sharpened bamboo spikes called sekamogi underwater, plus earthen walls on the inside, topped with thorny bushes.
Wow. And patrols at night.
Jigidan, self-defense groups with bamboo spears and torches. Imagine the torchlight reflecting on the water, like dancing red snakes, the sources say.
That's an amazing image of community defense. So the moat was really about their unity.
Absolutely. It embodied their self-governance, their collective will to survive.
What happened to it? You said the roads follow its path now.
Right. When peace came with the Tokugawa shogunate, it wasn't needed for defense. Then, during the Meiji Restoration, it was gradually filled in. Became roads like Hirano Hanmachidori.
So finding traces today must be tricky.
It requires looking closely. Around the modern Hirano ward office, you might spot these small blue stone markers.
What do they say?
Hirano Kangoato. Hirano moat remains. They're easy to miss on a sidewalk, corner of a parking lot, base of an old shop wall, like little codes.
So you touch the stone and imagine the water flowing beneath.
Yeah, picture that Sengoku night sky reflected in the water. But there are more direct glimpses, too.
Oh, yeah.
You have to explore the residential maze a bit, find Hutaiji Temple. Behind it, kind of hidden,
Yes.
there's this narrow Miro pond.
A mirror pond.
Yeah, the water's super still,
Yeah.
like dark green jade, the sources say. A few koi, weeping willows. It ripples. It feels like the last sigh of the moat.
That's poetic.
Kneel down, you see your reflection, the temple eaves, past and present merging. And legend says there's an old bronze gong at the bottom, dropped by the defense group.
That's fascinating. Any other water remnants?
In the Nagayoshi-Nagahara area, there's this quiet, narrow path between houses. Barely room for a bike.
Okay.
Look for a small water channel, maybe less than a meter wide, flowing slowly under a low stone wall. Almost silent, covered in duckweed.
Like a tiny surviving artery.
Exactly. A capillary of the moat's bloodstream, just hanging on. At sunset, the light hits it just right. Looks golden red, like those old torch reflections.
And one more connection. In Hirano Park, something about irises.
Right. Not the park's main feature, but there's a flower iris garden. In early June, it bursts with color, purple, blue, white, yellow irises.
Beautiful, but what's the connection?
It's a historical echo. The banks of the original moat were planted with irises. Their scent was believed to ward off evil spirits.
So it's like a symbolic reincarnation.
Kind of. Lean in, smell a deep purple iris.
Mm.
Is that the same scent the moat defenders smelled 400 years ago? The dew on the petals? Like the moat's undried tears?
Yeah.
It's a lovely thought.
It really is. Okay, let's shift into the Edo period, a time of compassion and commerce.
That's right. Early 18th century. Hirano is now an important post town on the Kishu-Kaido Highway. Jishunji Temple is there.
And nearby, these cheap inns, Kimichi-ado.
With unlicensed courtesans, Shisho.
Yes. And this leads to a very poignant story about the Kisuru-jizo.
Tell us about Okiku.
Okay, so Okiku was a young courtesan, suffering from tuberculosis Ilimbing back then, untreatable. Her innkeeper abandoned her.
Oh, no.
She collapsed outside Jishunji Temple on a cold, stormy night, dragged herself to the Jizo Hall, clinging to the statue's cold stone feet.
Desperate.
Totally. She made a wish, basically. Bodhisattva, if you pity me, heal me. I'll offer my most treasured thing. Then she passed out.
And the miracle.
Next morning, her fever's gone, coughing stopped. She believed Jizo saved her, so she fulfilled her promise.
What was her treasured possession? Her only valuable? A rao kisuru, a long tobacco pipe inlaid with shells. She placed it right in Jizo's outstretched right hand.
And that's why it's called Kisera Jizo, Tobacco Pipe Jizo.
Exactly. The name spread like wildfire.
So who comes to pray there now?
Well, historically, countless ordinary people, especially women from tough backgrounds, people with lung problems, sore throats, even trying to quit smoking, or just seeking peace.
And they offer pipes or cigarettes?
Yes, praying for Jizo to light up their darkness, like with Okiku's miracle. The statue itself isn't fancy. It's usually in a small hall, an odu, or just under the temple eaves.
And it holds a pipe.
A metal kizuru, yeah, a replica now, but firmly in its right hand. The statue itself is old, benevolent-looking, holding a staff in the left hand for guidance.
But the offerings, cigarettes.
That's the really striking part. You look down, and there's this pile, hundreds, maybe thousands of unopened packs of cigarettes, all kinds of brands, old and new. Yeah. Some wrapped in plastic, some dusty. It's this incredible visual addiction offered for salvation, you know.
Yeah.
Deeply pious, but also contradictory.
Wow, I can picture that.
The air even has a faint tobacco smell mixed with incense. Each pack is like a heavy story, a desperate prayer. It's raw. You should just stand there silently and feel that will to live.
Powerful stuff. And Jishunji Temple itself.
It's a real sanctuary. Ancient gate, mossy path, old trees filtering the light. Very serene. The main hall's wood is this deep honey color from age.
Not many tourists.
Usually not. Just some local elders maybe sitting quietly or cleaning. You can sit on the veranda, listen to wind chimes, watch the maple tree. It's profoundly peaceful, like time solidified into amber.
So besides the temple, what was the general vibe of Edo period Hirano, the commerce side?
It was thriving as a zaigomachi, a commercial town in a rural area. The streets, like Hirano Hanmachidori, were lined with machiya.
Traditional townhouses, right. Narrow, shop in front, home in back, like eels sleeping places.
Exactly that shape. Mornings would be noisy creaking street gates, ox carts rumbling with timber, rice, and the local specialty, kawachi cotton, momon.
A bustling scene.
Totally. These machiya were like living theaters.
Yeah.
And among them was kaguya.
The herbal medicine shop from the mid-Edo period.
That's the one. Imagine stepping inside back then. The air thick with this complex smell of herbs, bitter, sweet, spicy, cool.
From those tall medicine cabinets. Hayakumirana.
Yeah, filled with countless little drawers.
Hi.
Angelica root, ginseng, licorice, rhubarb. The owner carefully weighing herbs with tiny weights, fundo, and balances. Can't sake.
Abacus clicking away.
Sunlight streaming through those fireproof lattice windows. Musha Kagomato making patterns on the floor. Just incredibly atmospheric.
Can you still visit Kaguya?
You can. It's still there on Hirano Hanmachidori or a side street. The outside looks historic black-tiled roof, maybe simple udatsu firewalls.
And those lattice windows. Taguchi and Mushikogamaru.
They're iconic. Beautiful woodwork, the light playing through them. At night, they'd hang heavy wooden shutters. Shitomito.
The sources say, be brave. Push open the old door.
Do it. It creaks.
Nope.
And instantly, you're hit by that medicinal scent. Over 2 centuries of it.
Wow.
It's dimly lit inside, Takes a second for your eyes to adjust. You'll see the tall, dark cabinets, drawer handles worn smooth from generations.
Is someone still running it?
Often an elderly owner, maybe the descendant might be there, grinding herbs or doing accounts. Ask politely, you might hear an old story.
It's not just a shop, it's a living museum.
Exactly. Maybe buy a small bag of loquat leaves or dried tangerine peel. Take that historical aroma home with you.
Great tip. So, final advice for exploring Hirano. Become a Machiya detective.
Yeah. Explore the shopping streets, the Shotengai, but definitely duck into the narrow alleys, the Roji. You'll find surprises.
Like what?
Maybe a Machiya converted into a cafe, keeping the old beams and walls. Or a doorway with an old sign for kimonos or hardware. Look for plaster decorations, Kodi on walls.
Just keep your eyes open.
Especially at dusk. The light hits the gable walls, the sumakabe. Just right. You hear the local dialect, cooking sounds, bicycle bells.
You can really feel the layers of time. Edo, Meiji, Showa, Reiwa.
Absolutely. Get your camera out, capture the light on a lattice window, an old street sign. That's the authentic Hirano.
So Hirano really is Osaka's back cover, isn't it? Needs a closer look.
Definitely. The magic isn't loud. It's subtle. It's how history just permeates everything. A tree, a house, a smell, even those cigarettes.
So we're encouraging you, the listener, to be a time traveler, a decoder. Use your senses.
Yeah, stretch out under that giant camphor tree, follow the moat markers, hear the water whispers, touch the kofun stones.
Gaze at the cigarettes by the Kaseri Jiso. Feel those prayers. Push open Kaguya's door. Breathe in that history. Capture the light on the Machiya.
These hidden gems, they're like messages in bottles buried by time, full of ambitions, fears, tears, warmth.
Waiting for decoders like you who are willing to slow down, lean in, and really connect.
So are you ready to start your own time deep dive into this secret corner of Osaka?